Hi everyone, I am Dipanshu Singh, and in this video we are going to learn about density in a very interesting manner with a simple activity. Now before moving to our experiment table, let me tell you that what is density actually about. So density is defined as the mass per unit volume in physics. That is, it is the count of mass that a body contains inside it. Now this density gives rise to another concept in physics that we all know as buoyancy. And you might be knowing that buoyancy is the force that a fluid applies on the body that it's immersed into it. And in buoyancy, three conditions can arise. They are that the object may float on the liquid, or the object may completely sunk under the liquid, or the object may also float in the middle of the liquid. By the end of this video, you will be getting to know about all these reasons. So now let's begin with our activity. For this activity, we will require the following materials. You will need some water, 3 eggs, 3 glass jars, and the common table salt. Now begin with filling the glasses with water. You need to fill the first 2 glass jars completely with water and the third one only half with water. Now we need to add salt in these beakers. We will leave the first glass jar as it is with fresh water and now add the salt in the second glass jar. I am adding here 5 tablespoons of salt. And now we need to add salt in the third glass jar. Now mix it. Mix the salt properly and completely in these solutions. Now we are done with our mixing and now bring our eggs to the table. So now it is the time to put our eggs in this water. So I am putting the first egg in this first jar, which is a fresh water and salt is not added to it. Now the second one in the second jar, which has complete salt solution. And this third one in the third jar, which is half filled with water and the amount of salt is similar as per the second jar. So at the beginning, we have left this third glass jar only half filled with water. So what's the reason for that? Actually, we need to add water in this glass right now. And now you will observe that the egg will start floating in the middle of this jar when you add water. So here I am having the results of my activity. Now let me tell you the conclusions of them one by one. So this is the fresh water with nothing dissolved in it, no salt has been dissolved. Now here the most common thing happened that should all really happen. The egg sink into the water because the density of egg was greater than water. So here in the second case, the density of water has been increased by dissolving much amount of salt in it. Hence the egg is floating here because the density of egg remained the same. And the third case, this is the case of neutral buoyancy. Here the force of gravity and the buoyancy applied is equal. Here what we have done, first we created a solution of the salt in this and then added the fresh water. So we have a case of neutral buoyancy in which the egg is floating in the center of this jar. So today, from this activity, we have come to know 3 important points. The first one is that whenever the weight of the object will be greater than the upthrust buoyancy force of the liquid, the object is going to sink under the liquid. The second is that whenever the weight of the object will be lesser than the upthrust buoyancy force of the fluid, the object is going to float above the surface of that fluid. And the third, the very important one, whenever the weight of the object and the buoyancy force applied by the fluid are equal, the object will be floating in equilibrium. That is, it will be floating in the middle of the liquid, as we have seen today with our activity. But there is one more important thing that you all need to know about. That is that why on dissolving salt in water, the density of a substance get affected. So it is because that when we dissolve salt in water, actually we are adding more mass to water. That is, the density is increasing, because as we have learned that density is the mass contained by a body. So we are adding more mass to water, hence increasing its density. Now in our case, we were having the salt water and the egg, where the density of egg remained the same, but we added salt in the water to increase the density of water. Hence the egg was floating above that solution. So if in case you have enjoyed this video and learned something important from it, make sure to hit the like button and share this video among your friends, and also subscribe to the channel for the latest updates. I will be meeting you in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep growing.